Good morning, you beautiful beings. I hope that you're all doing amazing today. Yeah, just feeling a lot of love in my heart for you all, for this process, for this life. I wrote some stuff down. Yeah, the first thing, the less you think, the more you know. So if you're having trouble knowing things, knowing what to do, if you're feeling lost, actually the counterintuitive thing of not thinking could be really helpful for you, because all true knowings emanate from the silence. God really speaks to us from the silence. It's like that soft, like the quietest voice, not the loud thoughts in the mind. So that's one that came through. I'm sure someone said that in a quote somewhere. The less you think, the more you know. It seems like a million people should have said that by now. The next thing I wrote is, we are so wired to try to get love from the outside. And so when those parts of us that, and this is because, like, this is how it was in childhood, right? We're like, mommy, this is, or daddy. It was like we were wired to we needed that for a long time. And so we're kind of wired that way. But the beautiful thing is, as we awaken, we can start to receive love from within. And when those parts that used to want to go toward, like those young parts that would like want to go to mom or dad, when they start to learn that they can receive love from within, and they don't have to go outside, because what they'll do is they'll try to make other people mommy and daddy. They'll like try to make your significant other that, or whoever. And then people can't really do that for us. People can't be our mom. People can't be our dad, and they shouldn't have to be, right? So when those young parts start to really realize that they can receive love, the love they're looking for in another, when they realize they can find it right here, like all the love they could ever want is all right here, then we start to truly become free. Then those parts stop doing this as much, like looking to others, and they start just, really relaxing. They stop chasing as much. And it's a beautiful thing. And one of the things that's helped me with this is this breath I got from Craig Holiday. This mantra breath is where you breathe in I love you to these parts that are seeking love from others. You just breathe into them, I love you, and you exhale, it's okay. And you breathe in, I love you, and you exhale, it's okay. Or you could exhale, you're safe. And so this kind of helps these parts really rewire, to start to know that everything they want's right here, that you're the loving mother, you're the loving father. Like for men, we've got to learn how to be these really soft, tender, loving mothers to these parts. And I'm sure for women, there's this process of learning to be this father for your inner parts, for your inner children. And we both, I mean, all of us, men and women, we can be both. We can be really loving mothers and fathers to these parts. So when these, wounded inner children, when they really learn that mom and dad is right here, like you're the loving parent, that's when we can start to really love from a place of freedom, when instead of a place of extraction, right? That's when we can really go about life from a place of wholeness. Like we're not going to others to like, are you going to meet all my needs? Are you going to be the mom that these parts really want? Are you going to be the dad that this part feels it needs right now? Instead of going through life that way, we're going to go through life intact, feeling whole. And it's just a whole different life. And I really wish that for all of us, for all of you. So this is one of the pathways. And this is especially useful if you, like I've been saying, if you're hanging on to someone else or their energy, if you're feeling like you need them, this breath will really help liberate those parts. Because these parts will feel like, oh, I don't need to hang on to that person and their energy. I don't need to cling to them. I don't need to be attached to them so intensely, so anxiously. Because the love that I'm trying to get from them, trying to extract from them, it's actually right here. And the love that's within you is 1,000,000 times more, actually. It's actually all there is. A lot of times we attribute the love that we're feeling to someone else, but it's actually you're feeling it in your own body. So it can be confusing, but it's helpful to really show up for these parts. The more difficult the circumstances, the more self-love that is needed. So a lot of you are probably in challenging circumstances, work, living situation, relationships, whatever. These are kind of a gift because the difficult circumstances are actually a catalyst for cultivating more self-love. And it's amazing. Things that used to be problems, when you reach a certain threshold of self-love, they're no longer problems anymore. It's incredible how much problems just evaporate once we attain a certain amount of self-love within. Because a lot of the times, problems just manifest from a disconnection from ourselves, or they are symptoms from a lack of self-love. Like they emanate from this, like the root of a lot of problems are just a lack of self-love, really. And when we don't feel that lack of self-love anymore, when we're filled up with our own love, it's pretty hard to have many problems. You can still have uncomfortable circumstances, you can still have difficulties and challenges, but they're not seen as a problem anymore. They're just seen as interesting. Like, what is this trying to do for me? How is this trying to help me evolve? How is this trying to help me grow in self-love? I guess when you start to fill up with self-love, you become a lot more empowered. Like your perspectives on life shift to where you're not, it's hard to be a victim as much. So yeah, when you reach a certain threshold of self-love, problems tend to dissolve, and difficult circumstances are actually a catalyst for cultivating immense and vast amounts of self-love. So your difficult circumstance is here to help you love yourself more. I hope that rings true for you guys. I wrote one more thing down. At higher levels of self-love, new possibilities become revealed. Like new ways of relating, new opportunities in all realms, perhaps. And maybe just a new possibility of relating to the same circumstance in a different way. Maybe it doesn't have to be a new thing, it's just a new perspective becomes available because you've attained a high level of self-love. So it doesn't necessarily mean things, automatically change, just you change. And then because you change and life is a mirror, everything else changes because of it, because of your inner shift. And the way to shift the most is to attain higher levels of self-love. And so, yeah, that's what we're all here to do. We're all here to just love ourselves more. And as an extension of that, we can love others more. We can love life more. We can love Earth more. We can receive more love. It all is tied in together. It's all about love at the end of the day. And I hope that this is just a really simple reminder kind of video for you guys. Yeah, I felt a lot of love in my heart today and just wanted to show up and share some insights that were coming through from me, that were very real for me. If you like these videos and you want to watch every single one of them or just support this work, I do every other video on Patreon. It's a really kind community, a really compassionate words can be hard sometimes. Sometimes talking is easy, sometimes it's not. But yeah, it's a compassionate community full of just open-hearted light workers. And yeah, we can co-create too. You can bring forward topics or specific questions if you join, and I'm happy to make special and personalized videos for you. That's one of the offerings over there. We have a private group chat, and sometimes that can be a really active place. It goes back, there's an ebb and a flow there. But it's where you can come forward and share what you're experiencing and ask for support. Yeah, lots of videos have been coming through. I just feel lots of love over there. Lots of, yeah, just generous souls. A lot of heart there. And yeah, I just pour a lot of light into that place, yeah, into that platform. Just a lot of love into that community. So if that's something that is needed in your life or something that resonates with you, I'll leave a link in the comments for it. Would love to see you over there. Yeah, other than that, just thanks for your guys' support, for the donations, for booking sessions. I love seeing you guys one-on-one. It's a true honor. Yeah, just wishing so much love for all of you. Yeah. All right. See you in the next video. Namaste.